Hey everybody. You know, one of the questions coming out of WrestleMania last night, I'm pretty sure it's on everybody's mind, is did the WWE devalue the World Heavyweight Championship, as well as did they devalue the worthiness of the Royal Rumble event, and if not the Royal Rumble match in particular. You see, last night the WWE caught everybody off by surprise when they officially opened WrestleMania with the World Heavyweight Championship match, Alberto Del Rio and Edge. Now, a lot of people probably figure that in the past few years that the winner of the Royal Rumble usually is in the upper mid, usually closes out the upper mid card. In other words, the second to final, in other words, closing out the second hour, going into the third hour. People pretty much figure that's what it is, or that's what happens. Or in some cases, they might even close out the show entirely. I mean, let's take a look at the past, shall we? WrestleMania 23 was upper mid card. Batista and an Undertaker. Okay? That's what it was there. That's what it was there. It was closing out the upper mid card, if you will. It closed out the upper mid card. Now, the following year, WrestleMania 24, the triple threat match closed out for the WWE title, closed out the upper mid card. In other words, ended the second hour, going into the third hour, or final hour. Well, not third hour, but closed out the, I guess you could say the second hour overall, going into the third and final hour, heading into the fourth, if you know what I mean. So, anyway, you get what I'm saying. And then, WrestleMania 25, we had the Royal Rumble match winner facing the WWE Champion in the main event, closing out the show. Then, last year at 26, we had the Royal Rumble winner Edge close out the upper mid card. In other words, like I say, the second going into third hour, if you will, against Chris Jericho. Now, apparently, everyone thought that would be the routine, that would be the route that WWE would continue to go in. But that didn't happen. Instead, what happened, folks, is WWE surprised everyone last night, if you will, by having the world title officially kick off WrestleMania. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people in the Georgia Dome that attended there live, those 71,000 plus that broke that all-time attendance record there, or that made an all-time attendance record there. I'm pretty sure they were caught off by surprise too. I'm pretty sure of it. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they were caught by surprise. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if they were caught by surprise. I'm pretty sure they were. In fact, there's one guy that I've subscribed to on YouTube called Steve Breach. He lives in Sacramento, and I'm pretty sure him and his friends that he went with him to WrestleMania were caught by surprise too. I'm pretty sure he's calling up his family right now saying, yeah, guess what? You know, WrestleMania opened up with the World Heavyweight Championship match. I'm pretty sure it's what he's told them. Again, I'm pretty sure that's what he told them. And sorry for the silence there. I don't want people to think I'm filming them or anything. But anyway, you think WWE would have kept the tradition going, right? I mean, if I was WWE, I would have at least closed out the upper mid card with Del Rio and Edge. You know, because I remember WrestleMania 25, the world title match closed out the upper mid card, and it was a triple threat. So you would think, and then last year it did the same thing. So you think this year it would have followed suit, or at least given Del Rio the finishing touch on the momentum that he needed by putting him in the main event, the final match of the night, or second to final match of the night. But they didn't do that. You see, and you see, this is what people are wondering even to this day, and I'm pretty sure a lot of wrestling enthusiasts, a lot of wrestling reporters, critics, insiders, they're all wondering the same thing. Did WWE devalue not only the World Heavyweight Championship, but did they also devalue the reputation and the legacy of the Royal Rumble match? Because think about it. Since about 93, the winner of the Royal Rumble has always main evented WrestleMania. Either if it's been the last match of the night, or ending out the second hour, going into the third hour. Usually they would end it, right? They would do it that way, but they didn't do it this time. And yeah, they tried touting it and covering. Yeah, and they tried to tout it by saying that, hey, it's the first time this has happened. Yeah, it's the first time it's happened, but come on. But come on, it shouldn't have happened at all. And it's like I said, you know, in my audio last night. That's what I said in my audio last night. You know, this is what happens when you don't have a match like Money in the Bank to kick things off. This is what happens when you don't tell somebody like The Rock, hey, you have the certain limit of time. You have a certain limit of time, you know, a certain time limit, I should say. You know, please work in with that. Please work within that. This is what happens when you don't do that. You know? I mean, I'm not saying that it's The Rock's fault that the World Heavyweight Championship got put on first officially. But, truth be told, it shouldn't have been put on in the first place. He's first. It should have been put on, you know, last. So, like I said, ending the second hour, going into the third at least. That's what should have happened. So again, the question is, did they devalue the the World Heavyweight Championship as well as the legacy of the Royal Rumble match. I mean, how do you think previous winners of the Royal Rumble, who are still alive, if you will, since the official inception and ruling that the winner would main event WrestleMania, how do you think they must be feeling? How do you think someone like Bret Hart's feeling? How do you think someone like Lex Luger's feeling? Someone like Shawn Michaels, you know? How do you think they'll feel, if you will? How do you think someone like Steve Austin feels? You know? Even Triple H himself, I'm pretty sure Triple H maybe had something to do with it, I'm not sure. But the thing is, how do you think some of them feel? How do you think Brock Lesnar, who was thinking of coming back for WrestleMania, is thinking? Huh? How do you think he feels? These are questions that you ask yourself. How did previous Royal Rumble winners, since the ruling and inception of the fact that the winner of the Royal Rumble would main event WrestleMania, whether it was in the upper mid-card ending out the second hour going into the third, or even main eventing and ending the show completely and being the last match on the show, how do you think they feel? Huh? A lot of people are asking themselves, they probably have been asking, how does Edge and Del Rio feel? The fact that they're told, oh, by the way, you guys are going on first. How do you think they must feel? I'm pretty sure that some people may think, because I just thought about this, some people may think that Christian being in Edge's corner probably did something. Maybe they said, well, Christian was in TNA, and I don't want a TNA guy featured in the main event, whether he's in the corner or not. Do you think maybe Vince thought that? That was the reason? Do you think maybe what Brodus Clay is a new guy thinking, Brodus Clay's a rookie, we'll just put him in the... these are questions a lot of people have to ask, and were these factors that played into it? That's the question, folks. And honestly, I hope we get answers from the inside, if you will. I'm sure Dave Meltzer is probably thinking, what the fuck are they doing? That's what he must be thinking. But, honestly, folks, I don't know what to think. But tell me what you guys think. Do you think WWE devalued the World Heavyweight Championship match? Well, not just the match, but the World Heavyweight Championship title? Do you think they devalued the legacy of the Royal Rumble match and the winners, in the previous winners? And do you think maybe Christian being in the corner of Edge played something into it, played a factor in it? And do you think maybe, since it's been 10 years, think about this, 10 years since WWE bought out WCW, do you think maybe putting the world title on the line first was sort of a slap in the face when it's supposed to be the headlining match, if you will? Do you think it was a slap in the face of WCW or a final nail in the coffin? Let me know what you guys think. Comment down below. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people have been asking questions and wondering what factors played into it. So, talk to y'all later.